Hey, how you doing? I'm not great right now, and one of the things that I'm doing to try and ease the situation is I'm trying to avoid watching and listening to too much media talking about the situation. It's not helping me sleep, it's not helping my anxiety levels. And if you're feeling the same way, skip this video. There's a link here or underneath where I've posted this video that will take you to another video we've made, a bit of silly lockdown green screen holiday jokey fun, and I'll see you there if that's what you're in the mood for right now. If you've got a little bit of energy to talk about something serious, hold tight. So there's one thing I think we need to talk about. I've seen a lot of people posting on social media, messaging around, complaining that they've seen a neighbour or there's people in the park seem to be breaking lockdown rules. Why are people going out? They didn't used to exercise before, so on and so forth. And the thing is this, of course people should observe lockdown. That's what it's there for. It's the right thing to do. People should observe it. And if you see people who aren't, let's try and be supportive and try and encourage people, and if perhaps they need additional resources, try and help them out if they're having difficulty observing it. The increasing number of deaths that we are seeing at the moment is not to do with people breaking lockdown. The timeline from contracting coronavirus through symptoms, through complications, through being hospitalised, whatever, through to death, it's at least a 3-week timeline, which means that the deaths you're seeing right now are not caused by your neighbour going out jogging twice in the same afternoon. They are caused by Boris Johnson and his government failing to put the country into lockdown when scientists were advising them to do so. That is what has caused that, and please be careful to direct your anger in the right place. The government is still not doing its job properly. We're not even in a proper lockdown. We are still at a point where you're supposed to stay home if you can work from home, which means that building sites are still operational, and they shouldn't be. Not unless you're building a hospital, people shouldn't be working on building sites. But the government hasn't closed them down, which means that they are more worried about the profits of property development companies than they are about the health and well-being of builders and their families and the people around them in their community. And that's evil and absolutely disgusting. The government still hasn't come through with PPE equipment, still hasn't come through with proper testing. It still doesn't seem to be doing everything that it reasonably can to actually end this crisis and to minimise the loss of life. And it should be doing all of those things. And because it's not, what they really, really want you to do is to stop focusing on that and instead be like, oh, that bloke from down the road, or he was smoking on his jog last week, or I'm pretty sure those three don't all share a house, but they're sat quite near each other in the park. It's really difficult, lockdown. It's not working well for me. It's really causing me a lot of stress and anxiety, and lots of people are out there are struggling, especially those maybe living with people they don't get on with, people who've got a family with a lot of requirements and needs, and they're trying to work from home at the same time. There are so many people out there in tiny little flats and apartments struggling. And what doesn't help is blaming those people for what we're seeing around us and for what's gone wrong. Of course we should observe lockdown, and we should do whatever we can to help keep everybody in our community as safe as possible, but reserve our anger for those people who have caused this problem, and that is the government. Now if you fancy it, go and watch the green screen holiday video for a bit of a laugh. See you next week.